You've said it every January for the last 3 years. This is the year you finally figure out how to start investing. Not someday, now. But then you actually look into it, and immediately it feels like you've walked into a complex conversation that started long before you got there. So you decide to step back and wait until you understand the mechanics a little better. It feels like the safe, prudent choice. But keeping your money on the sidelines isn't a neutral state. While you wait, there is an invisible, silent drain on your wealth. The baseline assumption that doing nothing is harmless is entirely backward. This graph illustrates why. Standard time moves in a straight line, but compound interest accelerates upward in an exponential arc. You earn returns on your original cash, plus last year's returns. $1,000 invested at 25 absolutely dwarfs the same amount invested at 35. The math here relies heavily on a single ingredient: time. And time is the one variable in this equation that you cannot buy back or replicate later. Every single day you spend sitting out of the market increases the cost of your hesitation. Waiting to invest is mathematically the most expensive financial decision you will ever make. But here is the relief. Escaping that trap doesn't require a finance degree or a deep understanding of market theory. Modern wealth building actually relies on some remarkably simple rules. Take an index fund. Instead of betting your life savings on one specific company, an index fund takes your money and buys tiny fractional pieces of the entire economy at once. You completely eliminate the risk and stress of trying to pick individual winning stocks. Before you even open a personal brokerage account, you need to look at your job. The absolute highest priority for your cash is an employer-sponsored retirement account that offers a matching contribution. An employer match means they deposit money for every dollar you contribute. That is a guaranteed 100% return. Look at this chart. On the right, standard market returns. On the left, the match. No other vehicle offers a guaranteed 100% gain. If you contribute anything less than the amount needed to get your company's full match, you are actively rejecting free money. If you don't have access to a workplace plan, or if you've already captured the full match, your next step is to open a standard individual investment account. When you go to pick your very first fund, you only need to look for 3 criteria. It should track the broad market, it should have low fees, and it should be highly diversified. People often get paralyzed trying to find the absolute best option. Don't. The cost of waiting a year to find the perfect fund is mathematically higher than the cost of starting with a perfectly good fund today. You also don't need a massive pile of cash to get started. If $25 or $50 a month is what you can realistically afford right now, that is entirely sufficient. At this stage, the actual dollar amount is secondary. The overriding goal is to build the physical habit of moving money into an investment vehicle. When we visualize different saving strategies over time, a steady, repeating trickle of small investments fills the containers significantly faster than waiting around to drop in infrequent, massive lump sums. Small and consistent always wins. The habit is what actually builds the account over the years, and that account is what will ultimately secure your future. Once you have your account and your fund, there is one final mechanical step. You need to set your contributions to happen automatically every single payday. This chart shows a terrifying plunge, but zoomed out, that drop is just a blip inside a massive long-term upward trajectory. At the bottom, a flat line represents panic sellers locking in losses. The upward line shows investors capturing massive recovery gains. Every investor who successfully built wealth has lived through these drops and stayed put. Time in the market reliably beats trying to time the market. A bad investment or a market crash is a temporary setback. The actual greatest financial danger to your life is the silent, irreversible cost of the years you spent doing nothing. Stop waiting.